from these conversations that I have heard from you when I am in taxis or public transportation. I also have learned from different people so many things through the squares and the streets. I hope this will be always there. I hope you will be always talking and expressing yourselves. And we have made some efforts to reach an effective formula that is positive, and we have managed to achieve this in a certain degree of success. And recently, the officials of the country will do a lot and a lot for the sake of the people through cooperation with you, the great people of Iran. And I'd like to announce the slogan of this year: the resistance of economy within our national security and our national unity. Finally, what I have said in my first statement regarding the vision of the regime when it comes to dealing with our neighboring countries, I'd like to say that seriously and honestly, despite the fact of being neighbors, we have also the Islamic religion that is spread in our region, and we have also big numbers of Iranians who are residents in some of our neighboring countries. We have the same strategic interests in the face of those who are behaving in a rude way. And all of these elements can be either together or individually an important element in the decisive confrontation. Our neighbors are very important to us, and I know, for example, that Pakistan, for example, is quite an important country in the viewpoints of our martyr leader, and he suffered because of the floods that have threatened the lives of the people of Pakistan. I thought and I expressed my viewpoint in so many occasions regarding this matter. I'd like our neighbors, I would like Afghanistan and Pakistan to have good relations together for the sake of Allah Almighty and for the sake of not creating rifts amongst the Muslims. And I'm ready to take whatever they need in order to achieve this. In Turkey, in Oman, who have good relations between themselves and with us, there were not at all any statement from Iran or any statement from the resistance that can create rifts between them. This is a tool created and used by our enemy to create problems between Iran and its neighbors. This can happen in some other countries. I have mentioned before some other points, and I hope with the help and support of Allah Almighty, and I hope we will be approaching a good year that is
مجتبی خامنہ یہ خطاب کر رہے تھے ایرانی قوم سے. امریکی صدر ڈونلڈ ٹرمپ بھی اس وقت خطاب کر رہے ہیں.
This time we have seen so many brides and grooms, and we wish all the best to all our people. My recommendation to you is to visit each other as we usually do these days. We need to show the greatest respect to the families of the martyr. Every district, through some coordination, can start visits to each other to honor the martyrs of the district. And the time, according to the country, is always there. We need to commit ourselves to the certain time that is decided and approved by the country. After everything, I need to tell you something in brief. First of all, I'd like to thank, a special thank to those who are in the squares and in the mosques who are doubling their efforts to boost the social relationship, those who are in the farms and those who are giving the services to the Iranian people, particularly the useful services to the people. And praise be to Allah Almighty, we have them amongst us. One of the paths of the enemy is to use the media. The enemy is using the media to attack the brains and minds of our people in order to hit our national unity and national security. We need to make sure that this will never happen. We need to be fully aware. We need to work hard. And my recommendation to Iranian media, despite all the different background and cultures and these things, we need in our media to stop concentrating on our weak points, because the enemy can hit us through these weak points. Again, the hope of the enemy is to make use of some economic and administrative points. Our martyr leader has said throughout the years that we need to boost our economy. And I also see that helping the economy, boosting the infrastructure, the general production that will be useful to all the people is a vital matter that we need to always be careful about in order to fight and counter the economic war launched by the enemy. We need to listen to this. The different categories of our society must be also aware of this. I have traveled with you in taxes and public services because I wanted to listen to you and to listen to your conversations, and I consider this as a real sample that are way better than a theoretical thing. And I have discovered that your words are sometimes considered criticism to the government. I have learned a lot from these conversations that I have heard from you when I am guided in taxes or public transportation. I also have learned from different